Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit. It is the season greetings of seasons of giving, and I hope you guys are getting ready for the holiday season. It is Tuesday, December 13th, and boy, we got a great show lined up for you today. It's chilly out there, man. It is a little chilly out there with the wind chill. I'm inside here, thank God. But I hope you guys are doing well. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 if you want to book the band and book a show. But we don't have that many dates open in 2023. So I'm very excited about that. And we got a lot of good stuff happening today. I want to thank my guests yesterday, folks. If you're watching Ocean's Pit, my guest yesterday was the great John Vincent. Of course, he's going to be at Rizzo's Bar and Inn on the 22nd of December with a special holiday concert. It was great having John Vincent on. Me and John are good friends, and we've done shows together, and we'll be doing more in the new year. We're excited about that. So everything is good, my guy. I'm going to tell you something. Today we got a great show for you, but before, don't forget we have a great guest, my good buddy Vince Amore, entertainer in the Chicagoland area. He's sort of towards the Rockford area, and he's got a new song, a new holiday Christmas song. Even though everybody wants to call it holiday, I'm not politically correct, folks. I'm sorry. It's a Christmas song. It's Christmas. I mean, that's what it is. Even though it doesn't, I don't think it says Christmas in the title, but I love Christmas, and that's what it is, my favorite time of year. But Vince Amore will be on. He's going to be singing a song, Oh, It's the Weather That Makes It Better. That's right. That's his new holiday Christmas song, and he's coming on. We'll be talking to him about a couple other things he's doing. But before we bring Vince on, folks, let's tell you what's going down. Tuesday, December 13th, a lot of good shit. Let's talk about our sponsors. Without our sponsors, I'd have to get a day job. Haven't had one in 30 years. So I want to thank McCampbell Law Group, Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, a statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. For all the best lawyer in town, call my buddy Roy McCampbell, 708-275-4264. Let's not forget my wife's company, Laura Ocean Solutions, increasing profits while reducing credit card fees. Go with Laura Ocean Solutions and you'll never have to shop again. That's right, Laura Ocean Solutions. Deutsch Power Center, right out of Elgin, Illinois, the Great Lakes, servicing the construction and diesel industry in the Chicagoland area for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. Let's go to my good buddy Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. It's perfect for, it's gift giving. Gift giving, folks. So stocking stuffers, they fit great in the stocking stuffers, and get them hand rolled, delivered right to your house. He's from Tarpon Springs. That's Don Esteban Cigars. Give Javier a call at 727-366-7536. One more before we get my gut. Airtight Windows Siding and Specialist, family owned for 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight. And my good buddy Louis Pipes, who owns Airtight Windows, folks, he's got a little voice that he has, and he's got a great voice. He's going to come out and doing some stuff. Now, he hasn't done a show by himself ever, actually, I don't think. And he's saying a couple songs when he comes up with me. But we got a chance for you to come out and hear Louis Pipes on the 21st of December at Jimmy's Place in Forest Park. Tony Ocean and my good buddy Louis Pipes from Airtight. It's going to be a lot of fun that day. I'm very excited. All right, so you're watching the show. If you look at the bottom of the screen, folks, Ocean's Pit, new Facebook page. Check it out. Follow it. Like it. Share it. Share the page you're watching right now, folks, because we are the little show about big things. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the doctors, the nurses, the firemen, the policemen, the farmers, the teachers, everybody in the military. But it's mostly important, and it's dedicated to people like you that watch this show every day. And it's because of you I won the Josie Awards in Nashville, Tennessee, at the Grand Ole Opry. So I'm still excited about that. And I'm just lucky to be able to do this, folks. So anyway, there are 5 ways to watch the show all at the same time. You're watching it right now on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. It's also live on the Mo Carrara page. It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. It's on LinkedIn. And now it's on its own Ocean's Pit page, which will be going full time on that starting the new year. Plus, we got a brand new studio, which we'll be moving to. So we're excited about that. A lot of great changes, a lot of great stuff happening, folks. All right, let me say hello to some people before we bring Vince on here. Let's see, Johnny Faso. Johnny? How you doing, buddy? Johnny Boom Boom Faso from Richie's, a great drummer in the Chicagoland area. Kathy Eppolito, Peter Prado, Richard Hamlin, Pina, Tony Toto. Hello, everybody. Patrice, my favorite Chicago Bear, Honey Bear. How you doing, honey? Hope you're feeling better. Daryl Amundstad, the professor, is in the house. Oh, we got a lot of good. Jerry Jam says hello. And we got Albert from Ronald and ST Organization. We got a lot of good stuff. A lot of people watching. We have Santa Barbara, St. Louis, New York, Wisconsin. Hello to Cleveland. Jimmy from Cleveland, Ohio is watching. All right, so Vince Amore will be on in a few seconds, folks. A couple things. We got a busy schedule, and we are so proud to be working 5 to 6 nights a week. And this week hasn't stopped. This Wednesday, we'll be going to Lisa's Club Cabaret in Norwich, Cumberland, and Lawrence with Jerry Jams. That's a 7 o'clock hit. Thursday will be at Positano's in Oak Brook, celebrating their 2-year anniversary with Jerry Jams, and the incredible, talented Lisa P. will be joining us this Thursday. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg with the return of Rhino Ryan joining us for the month of December. That one date this Friday, Rhino Ryan at Chicago Prime. And then, of course, Saturday will be at Chandler's Golf Club in Schaumburg with the main event band. That's John Trencali, Tony Toto, Danny Ramonde, and, of course, Jerry Jams. So, good stuff. Don't forget, the 22nd of December will be at Venuti's with the main event band. And my birthday bash, 28th and 29th. Confirmation, John Vincent, Jersey Girls, Jeff Dubray, Oceans Rat Pack, Nick Sahajas. I mean, the list is on and on for both nights. I don't know which one they're coming to, but they're all going to be there. Regina Karma. It's going to be fantastic. Everybody that's coming out. Daryl Armenstad will be there joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, my good buddy Jim Cunningham, the new lead singer of Off-Broadway, will be there. Remember Off-Broadway? Stay in time, boy. Don't get out of line, boy. Well, he's the new lead singer. Actually, he's a guy right here in Elk Grove. So he'll be joining us, singing us a little Off-Broadway songs, along with my rock band, of course, Mojo's Jukebox. Some of the guys will be there. So a lot of stuff happening. December 28th at Rosario's in Roselle, and December 29th, for the first time ever, Donnie G's in Elmwood Park. Never played there. First time ever. I'll be going there for the 29th. So New Year's Eve at Avanti Banquets, Fox River Grove, folks. What a menu they got going with the main event band. New Year's Eve, Fox River Grove, Avanti Banquets, owned by the Chicago Prime people, of course. And last but not least, before we bring Vince on, we go live remote again on the 22nd of December. We'll be at the Almost Home Foundation for Pets, for dogs, folks. 1800 West Irving Park Road in Schaumburg. We'll be there, me and Laura, broadcasting live from the Almost Home Foundation. Hopefully you guys can foster a pet for the holiday season. Everyone needs a pet. So come on out there, folks. It's brought to you by Moretti's, of course, a la carte entertainment, and a special appearance by the great Mayor Tom Daly of Schaumburg. So it's going to be fun. Me, of course, with my co-host Laura. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jared, you're getting close to milestone birthday. Matt, that's right. I'll be 60, buddy. Thank you so much for that. Johnny Davey, how you doing? All right, so get that stuff all out of the way. Everything is good. We're excited. One last thing, Oceans Rat Pack. People asking when we'll be playing again. We'll be at the wonderful Hobart Theater in Indiana, Hobart, Indiana, on January 22nd. What a beautiful theater this is. We're getting a lot of theater shows coming up with Oceans Rat Pack. We're very excited about that. So January 22nd, Hobart, Indiana, at the Hobart Art Theater. Tickets on sale now. All right. Without any further ado, he's been singing in the Chicagoland area for a while, many years. Had his own cooking show for a while. He does an incredible Tony Bennett and more, and he's got a brand new holiday song called "Oh, It's the Weather That Makes It Better." Ladies and gentlemen, my good pal Vince Amore.
Hey, Bello.
Hold on, I'm on here. Okay, Vince, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing?
I am good, my brother. You're very festive, I can see. Very festive
I,
today.
I'm a little under the weather, but there's no way I'm gonna miss Ocean's Pit with Tony Ocean.
Okay, so you know what? I know everybody's like with the weather now. Oh, I don't feel
Right,
good, and it's this and it's that. It's called the flu, folks.
it's the
The
flu,
flu's
man.
been
Hundred
here for
percent.
I mean millions and millions and millions of years. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
No.
It's called, ladies and gentlemen. It's been the flu for years. All right. Anyway, besides, good mood today. Vince,
You
as you
are.
can see, is on the show. So,
Thank
Vince,
you.
let's. How you? What have you been up to, man? What's going on?
A lot of stuff going on. Doing a lot of performing, a lot of private shows. I got 6 coming up next week. Very
Very
busy with
cool.
this. Thank you, but like you guys are doing fantastic. It's amazing. Very busy
Thank you.
promoting this holiday song, and I'll tell you why it's called the holiday song and how it really involves everybody. And I did
Sure.
this purpose for a reason. Christmas as well. Obviously, I celebrate Christmas. Just trying to keep it fresh, new. It's a lot of work when you're promoting something, as you know. Using many
Yeah.
different fonts, and I'm doing it internationally, Mo. I'm doing it internationally. I'm working with Italy. I'm working, believe it, with the United Emirates, believe it or not. Trying to hit all corners of the world to put it out there
Sure.
and make it a holiday staple. That's my goal.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've heard the song when you did it on the Rockford News. You singing along with it,
Right,
and
right.
it's got a great little meaning to it. And that's what I was talking about when I had Nashville country singer Jimmy Parker on a couple of days ago.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
said, "What makes a good song? No matter what's a holiday song or song, if there's a message and it just can bring somebody joy, that's a good song. No matter what
It
kind
is.
of venue, music it is, it's you happy and it's got a good message. And this is a holiday song, and it makes people happy when they hear it. So before
Well,
we get to it, because Vince will
let
be
me let
performing,
me elaborate on what you just said, which is very intelligent. There's
yeah,
three. They say there are
yeah,
3 things that make a good song. Number one, exactly what you said: the lyrics and the message behind it. Number two, it's got to be catchy. It's got to be something that you'll sing in the shower, you'll sing behind your driver, the steering wheel while you're driving, and it's got to have a good hook, as you know. A hook is a chorus,
yeah,
something in the middle that really brings a song together.
yeah,
And that's what I really
yeah,
strive to do with this, and I put a lot of work into it. Um, I think the message being very important, but it's got to be something that people want to hear on a yearly basis. Sing. It's got to be something that other performers want to sing as well. So that I hope this
sure.
song portrays 3 aspects.
Well, I hope it does for you too, Vince. And with all the holiday songs that's out there right now,
Right.
there's so many versions of people singing those songs, the traditional songs, the standard songs. We all, a lot of people say with this whole Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays thing, politically
Yeah.
correct and all that stuff. What I'm trying to
Right.
say to you is when you're listening to these Christmas songs, when
Right.
you're listening, there's the word Christmas and almost 99% of all the holiday songs.
Right.
Somewhere in it. So I can understand some other nationalities and religions, whatever you said. It is Happy Holidays. It is Merry Christmas. But some of these songs were already written. It hasn't
Yeah.
changed, and that's what it was. Like for instance, White Christmas was written by Irving Berlin, a Jewish man
Hmm.
wrote
Oh
that song,
yes.
a Christmas
Oh
song.
yes.
Yeah, and most of them were. So
Yeah.
the,
I agree.
no
Well,
matter
let
what
me.
song, we're gonna be able to sing it. Vince, you got a big Italian family. Christmas Eve, like, do you do the fish and all that stuff?
Yeah.
What's it on Christmas Eve?
On Christmas Eve, we still try to do the 7 fishes. Okay, we get a little, when my noni were alive, we would do the fried smelt and that stuff. Now we get a little creative. We'll maybe do a lobster bisque, and when I make the octopus salad, maybe I'll boil it a bit and then throw it on the grill to give it a char before you make it into the nice salad. And we like to have like a maybe little
Yeah.
white pasta with a little clam sauce. We do it up, man. We serve the prosecco. We like to eat well and keep it really quality.
Is there a lot of wine drinking at the house for the
Oh yeah,
holidays or
oh yeah,
yeah?
oh
Do
yeah.
you
We
do a
got
lot
all.
of is it
Oh,
is it A little bit of both, Vince? Is white wine and red wine?
That's a good question. Yeah, it depends. Like I said, we'll have the white wine with some of the fish, and then we'll bring out the prosecco with maybe the octopus salad, and maybe maybe something we'll have a little richer fish like a monkfish, which would go well with a red Zinfandel. We have all the bottles, and we just help each other. We help ourselves. It's no pressure. Whatever we want to drink, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's fun.
Vince, how many people? How
Well,
many people at the table?
in the Christmas Eve, when the olden days, my God, the house used to be full. But everybody goes their own way now. So for Christmas Eve, we try to have our, yearly or biannually our in-laws over. And it's just my family. But then Christmas Day, we get all together with all the family. So it's a bunch of people. But Christmas Eve is pretty. I actually sing on Christmas Eve, and then I'm going to get back, and then we're going to have the dinner. So it's going to be a small group, just basically the family. But you were mentioning something very, very
Very
important.
good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're mentioning something about if it's a Christmas song, it should be called a Christmas song. I agree. You really can't change the unchangeable. So what I try to do with this song, not to digress, but what I try to do with this song, Mo, is I took every aspect of the year. I took the climate. I took the climate. I took, Kwanzaa. I took Hanukkah. I took yoga. I took Christmas. I took uh I did it. Everybody's trying to make the biggest deal about everything and just let it go. And then I took the climate, like I said, the weather that makes it better. And it's called, oh, it's the weather that makes it better for a reason. A lot of some like friends would say, "Oh, you put the O in there, like oh holy night," or oh the weather outside, all that. No, this title comes from when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to live. Yeah, I used to live in New York, and I used to live in Brooklyn. I used to take the subway to Manhattan, and it was snowing really bad out there. And I'm walking, and I'm miserable. And there's this guy, and you heard this on the news when I said this. Is a guy on the
Uh-huh.
porch with it snowing, freezing, no shirt. He's red as a beet. He's drinking a beer. His wife's yelling at him, "Get inside." And he says in typical New York fashion, "Oh, it's the weather that makes it better." And I was in my 20s, my early
There
20s,
you
and
go.
it never left my mind, right? Oh, it's the weather that makes it better. Never. So
Makes it better.
I, I
That's very
yeah,
catchy.
makes
Very
it
cool.
better, right? So that's why I chose that title. And this is a multifaceted song. It really, really is. A lot of different things in it, and but keeping it fun and having that nostalgic 1950 kind of feeling at the beginning. It's all verbal, and I like to. I'm proud to say that I did all the voices. I do the children voices. I do the female voices. I do everyone's voices, even when I speak the words. So it's multifaceted. It's catchy, and I hope everybody has a chance to listen to it. And I'll go over where it's
Well,
found.
they're going to get a chance to listen to Vince. Who wrote the song?
I wrote the
Who
song. I
who
wrote
wrote
the
the song?
lyrics.
Vince?
Who
Okay.
wrote it? I did.
Yes, who wrote the song? You did.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wrote the
Is there
song. I wrote
music
the
to this
lyrics.
song?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did everything. I
Is
wrote
there
the lyrics. I wrote the, yeah.
who played it? Who arranged it? Who the music wise?
Yeah. I arranged it. I wrote the music. I wrote the lyrics. I wrote the instrumentation. I have some great instrumentalists working in it. We used a fine recording studio. A lot of work, a lot of
Very
hours.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you
So
know
it's
what? You
it's
know what? I'm everybody's excited, Vince. And why wait? Let's get the song
why
going,
wait,
ladies
right?
and gentlemen. Why wait? Let's do it. My good buddy Vince Amore is on with his new holiday. Hopefully, it'll become a classic, and I want you guys all to listen to it. Vince Amore's new song called "Oh, It's the Weather That Makes It Better." Ladies and gentlemen, from entertainer himself, Vince Amore. Take it away, Vince.
You hear it?
And it's cold out here. I know it's freezing. I don't want to walk in snow. It's as cold as the frosted frost. It's real. I am Hold on now, everybody. You know, oh, it's the weather that makes it better. Some people drive to Florida to get out of the cold, and others hop in airplanes so shovel not the hole. But me, I like it frosty while I'm jingling all the way. No better way to spend a holiday. No matter where you come from, what's your background, where you've been, a good old-fashioned winter is what joins us from within. So call your rabbi or your preacher or your favorite yoga teacher. God tell you missing out would be a sin. Oh, it's the weather that makes it better. It's the weather that makes it better. It's the weather that makes it better. Watching Mr. Wonderful to the ground. You bring to Santa in the leather and throw it in the shredder. Oh, it's the weather that makes it better. It's the weather that makes it better. Oh, it's the weather that makes it better. Time of the year when we up on the road. So have some fun, will last forever. In the climate you may be struggling, but you find me snuggling, buggling. It's the weather that makes it better. In the climate you may be struggling, but you find me snuggling, buggling. It's the weather that makes it better. So if it's Christmas, if it's Hanukkah, if it's Kwanzaa that you do, there's no better way to celebrate, so stop at this hullabaloo. Then the snowy winter bright, that's what makes it feel so right. It's the feeling that you get when your heart is all right. It's the chill that's in the air, sure it's cold but you don't care. Oh, love it! 'Cause remember it's the weather that makes it better. All together in the weather, it's much better. Just remember, it's the weather that makes it better.
Hey! Woo!
All right.
Man, boy, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Good, my good buddy
Christmas.
Vince Amore
And listen,
singing his new
you can
holiday.
find it.
Oh, it's the weather that makes it better.
It's
What
on
happened?
all the platforms, Mo. It's on all the platforms. Pandora, iTunes, Amazon's, Spotify. And I put it for free on YouTube. Just go under Vincey. My pen name for family music is Vincey. Vincey Amore. Vincey Amore, and it'll pop right
Okay.
up.
There you go, Max. My good friend Vince Amore. Yeah, Vince, besides the Christmas song, what's the next public performance we can come and see you live? Vince Amore, where are you playing that next live that they can
January.
actually come and see you?
That's in January. Donnie G's. I'll be in Donnie G's in January.
Okay.
I don't have my calendar in front of me exactly, but I put all my dates on Facebook. Yeah. And the
All right.
Benedettos, I'm at the Benedettos, and I'll be at Medze in Schaumburg, and hopefully someday.
You got a lot of days coming up. Yeah. What's the Facebook
Yes.
page? I mean, what's the website where they can get a hold of you, Vince?
It's amoresings.com.
What's the-
Amoresings.com is my webpage, or just go on Entertainer Vince Amore on Facebook, and everything's on there. Entertainer Vince Amore. And that's everything, man.
My brother. And I hope I'll see Vince at my birthday party with all the other Chicago celebrities
We'll be
showing
there.
up
We're gonna
on the
me and my
28th
wife-
and 29th.
me and my
Jersey
wife-
Girls, John Vincent.
Oh, yeah. We wouldn't miss
You got to
it. Me
come
my
out
wife
and
are
sing
gonna
it.
be at
Maybe you can
Wonderful
sing the
Show.
new tune. You got
Yeah,
it.
I
Thank
got
you,
the
Vince.
MP3.
Ladies and
I'll
gentlemen,
plug
my
it in,
good
but-
friends, Vince. You plug it in, man. You got it. We'll make it work. Vince Amore, ladies and gentlemen, entertainer. Happy
Yes,
holidays. Merry Christmas. Bon Natale to your family,
Merry
Vince.
Christmas.
Keep doing what you're
Bon
doing, brother.
On
Bravo.
YouTube. Buddy. Thank you
Bravo.
for having me on. Say
Bravo.
hello to the wife. Thank you.
You got it.
Ciao.
I will. Thank you. Vince Amore, everybody. Don't forget, folks, check out his new song. Oh, it's the weather that makes it better by Vince Amore, everybody. That's right. Supporting local entertainment. That's what about. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things time for oh yeah, the sponsors in. Actually, how about this one, folks? You got to thank our good buddy Trico Hair Experts. That's Trico Hair Experts, right out of Rosemont and Carmela at 773-999-788. And let's not forget our good buddies from Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty in Elgin, Illinois. That's my good buddy Danny Mazzi. Buy local and shop local. And don't forget Mikey and Gigi Collision and Auto Repair. Many locations, even out of state, that's Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair, CrashChampions.com. All right, tomorrow's guest, we got my good friend Daniela Gonzalez on, folks. Now, what a interesting story Daniela has, folks. A very interesting story. She had her and her boyfriend have a dog, has a dog. And from what I'm hearing on the story was the dog was shot by the neighbor because of the barking and everything that was going on. They take the case to court, and supposedly the brother is related to the judge or the mayor of Wayne, Illinois, and the case gets dropped because of the political collection. It went to court, and it made some headlines everywhere. And I'm going to have her and her boyfriend tell the story, and that is tomorrow. Yes, Vince. Thank you so much. You are done, my good friend. I appreciate it very much.
Take care.
So that's my guest tomorrow, folks, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Then the 16th, we got my buddy Ronnie B is going to be on, talking about his special Christmas show coming up on the 7th. And the 19th, Bobby Nardella from the Chicago Wolves will be on, and more guests. Ron Onesti on the 28th, Josie and Tina from the Josie Awards. Santa Claus will be with us on the 23rd, of course, my good friend Fran and Lori, singing some holiday songs to me. Maybe we'll be singing Baby It's Cold Outside. Yeah, so it's fun. It's good. And we got a lot of great stuff happening. Rebecca McDonald from Wisconsin, Lake Geneva. How are you doing? I hope you are well, my dear friend. All right, let's get to some stories here. Boy, we had a lot of stuff that I missed yesterday because I, of course, had my good buddy John Vincent on. And when I get a chance to talk with John, I like to talk. So we talk up most of the hour, which was very cool. Now, he was talking about bullying and growing up being bullied as a kid. It's a horrible thing to go through. If you guys ever been bullied or anything like that in school or in life, in work, by a person, and then, it's to the point where it can get people into depression and being bullied. Everything is just horrible. And here's something that I got against Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Now, I know you're going to say, Tony, what are you talking about? Now, it's a kid show. I totally understand that. But in all these holidays, these shows or any TV shows or any kind of thing, there's always a message somewhere in between. Now, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, we know the whole story. We know the song. But in reality, if you listen to that, if you watch that show, up until the first an hour or 90 minutes, however the show is, everybody made fun of Rudolph because of his red nose. Or maybe when you have someone who has something wrong with their eye or their face or their ear or their nose or their lisp or whatever it is, they get picked on. Now, remember, they picked on Rudolph the whole time during that show. I know you guys will think I'm crazy right now, but think about this. They only went to Rudolph when they needed him because of that red nose. Because his red nose with the light would get them through the storm. If there was no storm that night, there'd be no Rudolph. So what I'm trying to say is be kind to everybody. Just because he had a red nose and because he looked different from the other reindeers, or like the kids in school, if your kid is different, if he doesn't look the same, he's not wearing the same clothes, or he doesn't don't just use these people or go to these people when you need them for yourself. That's the message of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, he finally had a red nose and he got him through the storm, but let's be honest, they picked on him the whole TV show, right? So what's the message there? That's not a positive message to me. At the end, they all loved him because all the kids got toys and he did a good thing. Help Santa, right? That's great. But you picked on him the whole time. I know people think this is crazy, But in reality, that's what life is all about. And sometimes people do that in schools, in jobs, in a friend's circle. You have to remember, amen to that, Peter Prado. You're right. They did bully him through the show. Kathy, they did. They destroyed him. And I know it's just a cartoon type show for the holidays. But when the kids are watching this show, they're watching this kid get bullied, this reindeer get bullied. It's almost like he's a kid in a class. Elmer student bullied top off. He was special needs kid. Terrible. Yeah, that's what I'm right, Jerry. It's just crazy that things like that happen. I love this quote. According to my kids' Christmas list, they think I moved bricks for El Chapo. Thank you, Heidi, for sending that from Joliet, Illinois. Okay, now here's the question. There you go, Kathy. Even the movie Dumbo, they made fun of him. Or even if you remember, there's another one called Nestor, the long-eared donkey. The donkey had long ears, different from the regular donkeys. They made fun of him. It was almost like a Rudolph thing, but his ears were so long that it covered the baby Jesus during the winter storm and saved him. So it's all picking on these. These are the messages. They're picking on these people, these animals or persons, whatever it is. But then when they needed him, and then now he's a hero. Didn't like that. All right, folks, you can have $25,000 right now and a free plane ticket right now, but you have to leave tonight. If somebody came up to you and said, I'll give you $25,000 and a plane ticket, you have to leave tonight, where would you go? I don't know where I would go. 25,000 plane ticket, Switzerland, Scotland, maybe, Ireland, England. Yeah. Kathy wants to come to Chicago. I love you, Kathy. Jerry says Sicily, Dominic the Donkey. There you go. Right. Thank you, Emo. All movies of Disney were all bullied. Absolutely. Richard the Captain, step up, is going to Hawaii. Rosanna, okay. Roseanne Caputo says Italy, of course. Very, very cool. And speaking of holiday songs, Christmas songs, there's a lot of them out there. What do you think is the worst Christmas song ever? The one I can't stand, and I don't want to upset Albert. I don't want to upset Albert because I know he's a Beatle fan. But I cannot stand Paul McCartney. Simply having another Christmas time. Shut up, Paul McCartney, with that stupid song. So that is the song I can't stand. Or the one about wrapping Christmas gifts to waitresses, whatever that. And then Santa Christmas. Oh, shut up. If I hear simply having another Christmas time. That's my annoying song. Tony Toto wants to go to Tuscany. Yeah, I can't stand that song. Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. Can't stand it. All right. Get this. You hear about this happening all the time, especially in the headlines. Here, right? Isn't that a dumb song? I thought so. Okay. Nonprofit pays bail for a man who attacked his wife. Pays his bail to get out. He gets out. What does he do? He kills his wife. He beat his wife, was arrested, went to jail. Nonprofit paid for him to get out of jail. He gets out of jail, and the first thing he does is goes kills his wife. This is crazy stuff, and I know it's the holidays. We're not supposed to talk about this stuff, but this is absolutely crazy, and this is what's happening in the world. Chicago police, according to NBC, Chicago police said there's 11 armed robberies in the last 5 hours this past weekend in the city of Chicago. 11 robberies in 5 hours. This was during the weekend in the city of Chicago. 11 armed robberies in 5 hours, folks, in the city of Chicago. Maxwell's husband, the whole Maxwell, of course, the assistant to Epstein and Jeffrey Epstein. We talk about that crazy island and everything that went over there. But anyway, he was, we know the story. We don't need to go back there. But her husband is selling the $7 million oceanfront property because they need to pay her legal bills. Now, this is a husband married to this lady, probably knew exactly what was going on if he was not in on it with Epstein on that island. It's still mind-boggling to me that not one person's name has been mentioned from that whole shit that went down. Isn't that horrible, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. I was watching a story this morning on ABC, a 4-year-old kid battling brain cancer. A 4-year-old kid battling brain cancer. I was seeing that on the news today. And they got a GoFundMe page and stuff for, it's the sadness that's happening in this world, ladies and gentlemen. A 4-year-old kid. All right, now I want to try this. I have not tried this, but I want us to all try it together and tell me if this works. I want us all to take your phone or a calculator, whatever you got, all right, and let's go to it. And let me see if this works. All right, you have your calculator or you have your calculator. They say 82 beers minus your age. Okay, 82 beers minus your age. So you minus my age will be 59 because I'm not 60 yet. And then I'm going to plus 40. And it should equal the year that you're born. There it is, folks. It works. Try it. Here's what you guys do. Get your calculator. You have 82 beers minus whatever age you are, plus 40, and it should give you the year you were born. Peter Prado says, yes, it did. Kathy said it did. Jerry Jam said it did. Isn't that interesting stuff when they come up with that shit? 82 beers. If you're just joining us, everybody says it does. 82 beers minus your age plus 40 will give you the year that you were born. How cool is that? There you go. Unbelievable. That's fantastic, folks. I want to say congratulations to very good friends of mine, Edgar and Filippo and Hugo from Villaggio's on Lake Street in Roselle. Great restaurant, great family, great food, great ambiance. They even they expanded. They're bigger. They knocked the wall down for another place, so now they have gaming machines in there, and it's just a great place. But what they do every year is a customer appreciation and for the Laurie Children's Foundation, and they do it every year, once a year, like we all do for St. Jude's. So this year, and I've been proud to be a part of that. A lot of times I'd like to stick around, but I'm usually working that night. So I go there and I usually open the show. All the other entertainers, I know Diva Montel goes there. Everybody else donates their time. The Jersey Girls, they come and donate their time for the Laurie Children Foundation. You know me, when it comes to animals or kids, I'm the first one to donate my time. And Villaggio did that. And last year alone, they've gathered over $15,000. $15,000 to give to the Laurie Foundation. Pretty good in one night. That's good money, man, no matter what it is. But they do that every year. Edgar, Filippo, and Hugo from Villaggio's do that every year. And every year since I've been there, I've been doing it maybe 6 or 7, 8 years, not 10 years. So that's good money, and it goes for a good cause for Laurie's Children Foundation, which is very, very important. My prayers go out to the Keecher family. I was good friends with Kenny Keecher for many, many years. Kenny died a few years ago, and he left a brother, John, and now I just found out that John Keecher died of cancer as well. So my prayers go out to the Keecher family. Everybody that knew Kenny and John were great people. But now the one good thing about it is that John and Kenny are together. And I hate reporting stuff like that, but I had to shout out to my friends because sometimes you just can't, you can't get a hold of them. So hopefully they're watching, or tell somebody, because you can't text them anymore because they're both gone. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's the 13th of December. Fox News says if President Joe Biden decides not to run in 2024, are you ready? Bernie Sanders will step in at the age of 81 years old. Again, not to be political, folks, but I think it's a certain age you should not be allowed in office. Yeah, Richard Hamlander, thank you for that, brother. Bernie Sanders running in 2024, if Joe Biden decides to step down, listen, there should be an age in all of politics, folks. In your job right now, if you're old enough, they will push you out. Here's your check, here's your ring, here's your watch, here's your wallet. Congratulations. Thank you. Gone. Retirement, cops, you get to a certain age, whatever, you retire, they push you out the door. They need to do that with all political figures. Case closed. Here's something that I got to say to everybody here, folks, too. Get rid of everybody who plays both sides of the fence, no matter what and how dear they are or near they are to you. If someone's playing both sides of the fence, get rid of them. 100% get rid of them, because it's not true. You can't be 100%. You can't play both sides of the fence, folks. That's the problem with this world that we're having. Robert, I'll see you Wednesday night too, my good friend, the General, at Lisa's Club Cabaret in Cumberland and Norwich. We'll be there this Wednesday with Jerry Jams. But playing both sides of the fence, ladies and gentlemen, is an insult. Take a step, take a stand for what you believe in. The problem is in this world, and nobody says anything. They stay quiet. And they don't want to get involved in anything. That's the downfall of this country. You need to get involved. You can't say, I'm biased. I don't care. No. If you have something that you believe in, you need to preach it. You need to preach it. So when you get those people that say, I play both sides of the fence, get them out of your life, because it's not right. Just opinion sent in by Richard Docklin, all the way from, Lansing, Michigan, sends in that. Well, thank you, Richard. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, always trying to give you guys some interesting information. Let's see. I love this quote, man. This is great. Just because you're a character does not mean that you have character. Big difference, ladies and gentlemen. Just because you're a character, I'm a character. I think we all are characters in certain ways. Right? It doesn't mean you have character. Phony people do that, Erica. You're absolutely right, my dear friend, and I hope you're feeling better. Kathy, Bernie needs to hang it up. Yeah, he needs to retire. Go to Florida, go to Boca, go play bingo, get out of there. I totally agree. But that's the difference. Just because you are a character doesn't mean you have character. Tried that with the wife and girlfriend. Doesn't work. Both sides of the fence. Just kidding. Peter Prouder, you're absolutely right. That will not work. That will not work. All right, folks, here is the secret of the day. Are you ready? How do you turn $40 into $400? You want to know the secret? Put $40 in your gas tank and go get a job. Drive to work and earn that money. That's how you take $40 and turn it into $400. That's simple. God, I love the stuff you keep sending me. I also want to say a great welcome back to the wonderful Diva Montel. What a woman. What a voice this woman has. You know, Diva's been playing the Chicago area for many, many years with her solo act and her rock bands and stuff. And she's doing, of course, she had some surgery. And it's a scary thing when a singer, a vocalist, or somebody gets a surgery. I mean, you don't fuck around with that. You know, and she made her appearance last week at Club Speakeasy. She did a luncheon, a Christmas show there, and it is she's back better than ever. And so my kudos to my good friend Diva Montel. I love her, and thank God you're back, honey, because we're so happy that you're back. She's got an incredible voice. Go check her out, whatever Diva does. It reminded me of my dad, the Italian. They would say, can't have two different flags. Yeah, there you go. Tammy, how you doing? Happy Tuesday to you too. Stella, what's up, sweetie? Outstanding voice. God bless, Peter. Yes, she does. Good judgment comes from experiencing a lot of bad judgment. And folks, I'm the one in line on that one. If we all have been there, we all know that very, very much. That good, right? Good judgment happens because of bad judgment. And we've all been there. I've done it. I still do it. I still screw up. Folks, I'm screwing up every day, one way or another, somewhere, at least once a week. Ask my wife. She'll tell you that. But what I'm trying to say is you just got to keep trying, keep trying. Don't forget, folks, this Wednesday, Lisa's Club Cabaret in Norwich. Thursday, Postatanos in Oak Brook, 2-year anniversary with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Friday, the return of Rhino Ryan. Ryan's coming back to Chicago Prime Steakhouse this Friday, the 16th. And then Saturday will be at Chandler's for a special holiday Christmas party. Mark, how you doing? Carol, coming on late today. That's okay. It's great to see your name come up every day, Carol. You and your husband, you guys have always been great friends. And thank you guys so much. I am getting 2 kinds of education. One from the street and one from school. That way I'll be twice as smart as everybody. People, kids, tell your kids, yes, college, important, school, important. But if you have no street smarts, you are done. You are lost in this world. A lot of parents out there I know, well, not that I know, but I hear of, and you hear stuff like that, very overprotective over the children. You get to the point when they were young, and did this and that, and that. Then when they're out in the real world, ladies and gentlemen, they say, so I love this quote. I'm getting 2 types of education. And if you can get that, that is 100%, right, Tammy? That's very, very important. Look, I had barely any education. I barely graduated high school. My parents couldn't help me with anything. My mother wasn't from this country. My dad was working nights. I destroyed school. I was horrible in school. Maybe I was good in history a little bit because I liked war, the war movies and all that kind of stuff. Talking about history, I was good at that. And choir, thank God, choir was there for high school for me, or I would have been done. And but I had a lot of street smarts. I went to jail when I was a kid for robbing a house. Even though I was small, I still learned from that. I've been with different types of people. I've been shit upon. I've been stabbed in the back. I've been stuff that's different. So you grow up and you just realize that you have to have that street smart, especially this day and age. Everybody's talking on that computer, and when you get these people face to face, the world is completely different, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, Stella. Growing up poor was not easy for parents. No. And if you were lucky enough when you were growing up that you had both parents, how about people that only had single parents? Why the poor mom's got to work or the dad's got to work or whatever it was, and you're alone. Very, very dangerous. Love this quote, folks. If something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are against you. And how many times we've all been through that scenario? It's happened in your life. You know that you're not supposed to do this, but you also know it's going to help you, and you got to do it. It's called balance, common street smarts, and intelligence. Thank you, Peter. If college is so good, why the minute they go in there, they're brainwashed from the devil? I have the best street smart. Well, Emo, these days it's different. I don't know if I could tell kids, if I got younger kids, to go to college. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I remember when I was growing up as a kid, you went to college, you went to school, you graduated, you got a job. Now you go to school, you work, you get your degree, whatever it is, and you don't have that job that you want. So I don't know. It's better to grab a trade. Grab a trade. You make good hourly. You got the union. You got good pension. You got good insurance. Yeah. So very, very important, folks. There's a company called Death by Gummy Bears. Is accused of making a profit, but what they were doing was putting in 50% more powerful in the gummies that they were allowed to put in. So if you're allowed to put 25% of the cannabis or whatever it is or into your gummy, they were putting another 25. They were putting 50% more powerful, and it was killing kids or it was getting them really high and fucked up. I've tried gummies maybe 5 or 6 times. And I used to do it sometimes to get to sleep. I know a lot of people that do it all the time. But you got to watch out where you buy that shit from. Here's a perfect example. They put 50% more power in their gummies. That's hurting kids for sure. Seattle, the police, according to Fox News, and I hate to talk about this because I do a lot on my show, and people, this whole child molesting thing. It's huge, and we know it's in the markets in Hollywood everywhere, folks. We know it's there. Come on, we know this. That's why nobody on Epstein's Island has went to jail yet. So we know Hollywood's full of it. Probably even our political people are. But what I'm trying to say to you is here's a perfect example. This is just a Seattle purchase of man in a restaurant, in front of everybody. Child. Trying to do something with a child in a restaurant in front of everybody. Watch your surroundings. Don't let your kids go out by themselves, man. It's so dangerous in this world now. Here, let's go. It's so dangerous. Right, Carol? It's just crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say, but it's nuts. How about our city of Chicago? Greatest city in the world it was at one time. Remember going down Michigan Avenue, the hustle and bustle, and seeing all the Marshall Macy's and Marshall Fields and all that, right? With all the Christmas stuff. And it used to be fantastic. It's scary. Yes, Tammy, it is sickening. And it is disgusting, Peter. But with Mayor Lightfoot as mayor of Chicago, 2019, 506 murders in 2019. In 2020, folks, 774 murders in Chicago. 2021, 850 murders, let alone the carjacking, the rapes, and all the other stuff that they're getting, and robberies. These are just murders here in the city of Chicago. Hubby won't go because it's not safe anymore. I miss especially the Walnut Room. Yes, the Walnut Room. It's not safe. All those murders doubling. 2019, 506, 2020, 774, and 2021, 850 murders in the city of Chicago alone under Mayor Lightfoot. The great Vito Zotto always puts in a good joke to make us all laugh, ladies and gentlemen. I heard Nat King Cole gave his daughter Natalie Cole for Christmas. Oh, thank you, Vito Zotto. Him and his wife, they post something on every day. All right, folks. This is what's going on our border. I mean, we already know about the illegal immigrants coming in and whatever, but look at this. 500,000 fentanyl pills came across the American border in a single weekend. 500,000 fentanyl pills came across the border. And there's still no excuse for our president, Joe Biden, not to go to the border and check out what's going on to stop everything that's happening over there. All those drugs are coming into the United States, folks, and killing children and killing people. Now we go to the Hill. Kansas Olive Garden manager fired after posting a rant on the email to all the employees. If your dog died, prove it. Yes or no? This is an Olive Garden, Kansas. The best time I had living in Chicago, worked 22 years in Marshall Field, 10 years bartending Italian restaurants. Oh, there you go. Marshall Field email. That was fantastic. Jerry, yes. Yes. Joe Biden still thinks he's vice president. Yes. Anyway, let's think about this, folks. This is a manager at the Olive Garden in Kansas. Obviously, a lot of these restaurants right now are understaffed. So people are probably calling in for work. Not going to make it. I'm sick. My mother died. My dog died. Well, he put a big rant on to all the employees. And it says, if your dog died, I need proof of that. Is the manager wrong? I don't think so. I do not think so. I don't think this was good if it was 20 years ago, let alone now. You have a business, you work for a business, you go to work. If you are sick, emergency happens, that's a different story. If you're sick, if you've got a fever, cough, you shouldn't be going to work. But make an excuse that your dog died. Now, if it died, it'd be very simple to prove that. But how many times do you get that excuse? This, that. No. I do not blame the manager. He put an email ranting and raving saying, hey, if your dog died, prove it. What's wrong with that? They're understaffed. You're not showing up to work. You call your boss. You tell him, hey, my dog died. Prove it. It's that simple. With technology now, you can take a picture of it, the dog, the doctor, whatever the hell it is. Prove it. Send it. Prove it. And who would even say something like that? Thank you, Kathy. Bring a copy of Seeing the Vet. Laziness. Thank you. Who would even say that? Of course, we heard about Rod Stewart, according to NBC. Rod Stewart's son collapsed, 11-year-old, had a heart attack. I don't know exactly what happened to him. I don't know, but who knows? Look at Tina Turner's son. At the age of 62, dies. Tina Turner's son. And we're going to hit this for very short. How many people remember Mad Magazine? Alfred E. Newman? They had a big cult following for so many, many years. And you remember the mad guy with the red hair, the freckles, and the big ears? Alfred E. Newman, Mad Magazine. A lot of people, they said panic attack now. So it was a panic attack. It wasn't a heart attack. Thank you, Carol. So there's something we were talking about yesterday with John Vincent about panic attacks and depression and all that. There are help for that, folks. Get to your doctor. If your doctor, make sure you tell your parents, tell something what's going on with you. There's a number now for depression and stuff like that, 988. It's a number. Call it. 988 can help you. It's very, very important. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things. Happy birthday to Christina Toto, the daughter of Julie and Tony Toto. Happy birthday, Christina. How about we remember Frank Sinatra's birthday yesterday? Would have been 107-year-old Frank. Kurt Angle, Mr. Olympian. It's true. It's damn true. From the WWF celebrates a birthday. How about the great film actress Dorothy Lamour celebrates a birthday. Red Fox, Big Ugly Dummy, Fred G. Sanford, and the G stands for Gigolo. Red Fox, actually born George Elroy Sanford, was his real name, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Red Fox from Sanford and Son. Kirk Douglas, celebrates a birthday today. Susan Day is 70 years old. You know, she was on Law and Order for a bit, but she's bestly known as Lori Partridge from the Partridge Family. You know, she was only on that show from 1970 to 1974. Susan Day, Lori Partridge, 70 years old today. How about the co-owner and founder of Port Edwards Restaurant in Algonquin, Edward Wolonik, has passed away. The founder of Port Edwards Restaurant, seafood restaurant in Algonquin. Happy birthday to William Graffiti Wilson. He's the man who discovered AA, Alcohol Anonymous. William Griffith Wilson celebrates a birthday. Nikki Sixx of the heavy metal rock band Motley Crue celebrates a birthday. Chad Stewart of the band Chad and Jeremy. Great English band. Rita Moreno, West Side Story, Electric Company, and more celebrates a birthday. December 13th, 1965, folks, on CBS, Charlie Brown Christmas debuted. And people still watch it. We know we watch it. I still watch it every year. Wow, why do we feel old that Lori Partridge is 70 years old? Damn. Oh, boy. Stop asking, why are you still single? And then people should say, well, why are you still married? It's a question that nobody wants to hear, especially if you're single. Nobody really wants to hear, why are you still single? You're so beautiful. Or why are you still so single? You have all the money in the world. Blah, 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 blah. It's a question that people don't want to ask. It's very difficult these days to find someone, ladies and gentlemen. We are lucky if we've got someone. I've been very lucky with my wife, but there is people out there I know that, yeah, there you go, Richard. The dog probably died from eating the homework, right? Remember that? Where's your homework assignment? My dog ate it. Richard, old school. Love that, my brother. But it's very hard. Just because someone is single, it's very difficult to find people these days, trustworthy people these days. That's the problem. That's the problem. Very, very impressive. Very, yeah. So stop asking people, why are you still single? You know how this world is crazy, how things are changing, right? Everybody's coming up with this crazy stuff. There are schools now, ladies and gentlemen, that have litter boxes in the bathrooms because kids are pretending that they want to be a cat. So you have to refer to them as a cat. Litter boxes. Here's one that got me that really pisses me off, folks. Transable. Transable. Do you know what that is, ladies and gentlemen? It's a person that's faking being disabled. And that's how they choose to live. So they'll wear something on their leg and walk around in a wheelchair their whole time. And they're going to fake this. They believe that they're disabled, but they're not. This world has gone crazy. The best one I liked when everybody asked me what a hobosexual was. Not a homosexual. I'm talking about a hobosexual. That is someone who dates somebody just to find a place to live. That's the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. They will be, Peter, they will be judged. They will be judged, my friend. They will be judged. Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. It is time, folks, for us to go. I'm trying to see if we can go out with a big bang here. I don't know. It's just a little crazy here. All right, last story, folks. According to Fox, Southwest Airlines flight attendant was fired for being overweight because she couldn't sit in the jump seat. All right, it's a touchy subject here, folks. Touchy subject, because the jump seat, if I'm correct, is the seat that you sit next to the exit. And you're supposed to do these certain activities to help if the plane is in danger or something like that. And was fired because the stewardess, flight attendant, was overweight. I know there's jobs out there, folks, that you remember us growing up as kids when you went to go see when you're on a plane, the stewardess were all, trim and beautiful looking and blah, 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 blah. And that was something that was a precedence to keep as the stewardess. Remember when you were growing up, the kids was, they're trying to find a stewardess. Woo! And then as years got older, folks, as the world changed, of course, then a lot of people were discrimination. And now men are doing it as well. But now this woman is overweight and getting fired for not being able to sit in that seat. Now, I'm trying to say that if it's the story's not over. So if what I'm trying to say, if she can't fit to that job, unfortunately, you might have to let that go. Just like if you're a Las Vegas dancer, if you get overweight, you'll lose your job. We'll get more on that tomorrow anyway, folks. I want to thank you all for watching the show. Thank you, Vince Amore. Make sure you go check out his brand new song, Oh, It's the Weather That Makes It Better. Thank you, Vince Amore, for being on. Remember, my good buddies, Let's thank our last sponsor, of course, my good friends Dave Antonelli from Patriot Funding Incorporated. Commercial money lending at its finest when timing is everything. Try Patriot Funding Incorporated. Call Dave Antonelli at 630-675-4730. Everybody, please have a great day. Get your shopping done. It's a couple more. We've got 2 weeks left for before the holiday. Be kind. Thank you for shopping. Buy local, shop local. Thank you for supporting local establishment, live entertainment establishments. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching the show today. And hope you tell your friends, share it, let everybody know about it, please. TonyOceanMusic.com. Check us out. It's a lot more fun. A lot more guests tomorrow. We got a great week coming up and more. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day, everybody. In the words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Peace and love. Nick Sahajas, please take us.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Oh, it's the weather that makes the weather. Bye-bye.